So Roadhead is awesome. Throw that out there. Yeah! Sounded like a man's voice. Usually only 50% of the crowd gets behind that. The other 50% is like, I don't even like to suck dick. Now you're throwing in levels of difficulty. I don't appreciate your novelty, Felicia. It is, it's awesome, but really why I like it is because it amazes me, you know? It amazes me that it's still awesome now, you know? Still awesome now, which means there probably had to be nothing better than getting Roadhead in like the 1930s, you know? Because you're already pumped you're driving a car. Imagine tomorrow some girl came up to you and was like, hey, you want to go up in my spaceship and I'll give you a hand job? I'd be like, yeah. Like, I was good with the first part of that compound sentence. I was like, you just give me a hand job in my neon. It's got a moon roof. Does that work? I don't know what we're going for. Very pretty night. People will come up to me sometimes and they'll be like, they'll ask me like what my ethnicity is, like what my parents were, where they're from, stuff like that. And I'll tell them if they ask, my mom's actually Hispanic and my dad's Polish. It's not a normal combination, so I don't mind if people ask, but it was weird. One time I worked with this guy and he kept trying to guess my ethnicity by making like offhand comments. Like we worked at a restaurant at the time and like we're in the break room and this girl comes back, she had some like extra food left over from lunch. She's like, I got this extra food, if you guys want to pick at it, whatever, I'm just gonna throw it out. And the guy turns to me and she's like, man, I can't eat the food here, man, I can't eat shitty food. Well, you know what I'm talking about, you Italian guys really care about your food. It's like, actually I'm not Italian. And then like a few hours later, he's like, man, I gotta pick up some more hours, man, I gotta start saving. Well, you know what I'm talking about, you Arabic guys are really good with money. It's like, actually I'm not Arabic. And it was weird because he wouldn't just ask me. It was also weird because I don't even think he was using real stereotypes. Like the one thing he said was like, you Italian guys really care about your food. I'm like, is there a race of people that don't care about their food? Like, you're just like walking down the street, you see a guy eating a plate of dog shit, he's just like, it's cool, I'm Polynesian, we totally don't care about our food. Mistake. Can't do those jokes everywhere, I found out. I did a show recently, it was a few months ago, I did a show. I was in Mansfield, Ohio. No woos? Okay. No woos. No woos. Good, let me talk about them. No, I did a show, and all I knew about the show was that I had to do 25 minutes, and that the crowd was kind of racist. When you hear that, you're like, probably pretty racist. And I was like, kind of racist. On some days, mostly, I don't know, sometimes. Yeah, so kind of racist. So I'm like, well, I don't have to do that joke. It's fine. It's the only joke I really have about that. So I did the set. Goes fine, actually. I had a good time. And then I'm talking to this guy after the show, and even though I didn't do that joke, I did mention that I was from Cleveland, which I said I was. Woo! Yeah, I'm back. I'll talk later about Mr. Hero. No, so you know, this guy's talking to me, and he's, it's going fine for a couple minutes, and he goes, oh, so you're from Cleveland, huh? I was like, yeah. He's like, looks like you made it. So I don't fucking know what that means. I do exist here. Now, is that what we're doing? Are we philosophical? No? Okay. Philosophy? No? Okay. Yeah, I can say it. So I'm like, I didn't get it. Like, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then, so I stare at him, and then he goes like, yeah, I heard up in Cleveland, all those black guys shoot white motherfuckers like you all the time. Exactly. I was like, Jesus, man. I thought two things. I was like, man, it's like 2009, because it was. I was like, this is ridiculous. It was like an hour away from where I live. There's people around that still think like this. It's fucking sad. And then I thought, well, at least I've been identified as white. I'm not going to change hearts and minds in Mansfield, Ohio, but I made it home that night, so. That guy just told a blowjob joke and make a permanent point about race? He did. I saw a commercial a few months ago. It was one of those class action lawsuit, like drug recall commercials. It was like, if you or anyone you know has taken this drug and has recently suffered from diabetes, call this number. And I've seen it a few times, and so I go, well, what was this drug like originally used for? What was its actual purpose? So I look it up online, and it turns out this was a drug that was used to treat schizophrenia and other major psychosis. Which I think is ironic, Because that means there are probably a few people prescribed this drug because they were saying stuff like, hey doc, the government's putting stuff in my medicine that's making me sick. They're fucking right. Not crazy. I saw another commercial. This is more recent, so you guys might have seen it. It's for Axe body spray. Or not, sorry, not Axe body spray, Axe shampoo. The body spray people at Axe, they're getting in the shampoo game. Pretty exciting, if you like Axe, I guess. But yeah, Axe shampoo. They want you to buy their shampoo, so they give you cool stats about Axe shampoo. They go 78% of women surveyed say dandruff on a man is a turnoff. Which I think is funny, because that means there are 22% of women who cannot dig it more. They're just like, you say dry scalp, I say wet pussy. I'm like, I got eczema, I'll get flaky all over your shit. Let me go here in a second. I was talking about women before. Sorry if I offended you with the princess comment. I'll try to help you guys out. A lot of women I know think things that aren't completely true. Help you guys out. Dispel some myths. I know a lot of women think that guys have 2 brains, you know? It's not true. We actually have 3 brains. The brain, the penis, and the balls. They all have different functions too. Like the brain takes care of all the critical thinking. Penis cares about what women think. Balls care about how badass you look. Comes in every situation. Like you go to buy a car. Brain's like, what kind of gas mileage this gets? Penis is like, I wonder how many women we can get if we buy this car. And balls are like, if we buy this car, I'm racing every motherfucker I pull up to at a stoplight. Something else people don't realize though is that the brain usually wins when you are sober. Because see, the genitals are like the 2 houses of Congress and the brain's like the president. Now when you're sober, it's like they're from 2 different political parties, most of the legislation's not going through. It's like, punch that guy, grab her boob, veto, veto. But when you're drunk, you got like full party agreement. It's like, punch that guy. Fuck the chick with no teeth. Pass, pass. 4 more years. 4 more years. Hey, you guys, that's all I got. I'm Justin Golak.